Picture this. You walk into a store, grab what you need, check the price tag, and there it is. A tiny squiggle, a slash through a letter, a strange curved mark you've seen all your life but never questioned. The dollar sign, the peso sign, the euro, the yen, symbols so familiar that they vanish into the background of your daily decisions. But here's the twist. These symbols didn't appear out of nowhere. They weren't designed by committees or branding teams. Many were born accidentally, shaped by messy handwriting, rushed merchants, royal decrees, and centuries of cultural evolution that somehow crystallized into the marks we use today to represent value. Hidden inside every one of these symbols is a story of empires, trade routes, ancient scripts, and a surprisingly chaotic past. Today, we're peeling back that history to uncover where these little marks truly came from. Welcome to the world behind the symbols on your money. And that leads us to the question we're finally asking. How were currency symbols invented? Right here on History of Simple Things. Long before anyone wrote down a currency symbol, humans had to agree on what counted as value. In early civilizations, scribes tracked goods using pictographs or tally marks. They marked jars of grain, weights of silver, or bundles of sheep with signs that indicated ownership or worth. No one was writing dollar or yen yet, but the idea that a symbol could represent economic value was already forming. In Mesopotamia, clay tablets used wedge-shaped cuneiform marks to represent units of silver. Egyptian accounting scribes used the hieroglyph of a tethered animal to indicate livestock wealth. These were not currency symbols as we know them, but they were the prototypes, the ancestors of modern value markers. Over time, as trade grew more complex and standardized forms of payment emerged, these early marks transformed into symbols that traveled with merchants from city to city. A surprising amount of modern currency symbolism began with something incredibly simple: letters. Ancient and medieval merchants frequently abbreviated the names of coins, metals, or monetary units. Instead of writing out peso, libra, solidus, or talentum, they scribbled quick shorthand versions. These abbreviations, repeated thousands of times in ledgers, eventually morphed into stylized marks. This is where the magic happened, because scribes wrote fast, ink bled, and letters slowly fused together. Before long, what were once simple abbreviations began to look like unique symbols. That's why many currency signs around the world come from single letters or pairs of letters modified by lines or strokes meant to indicate contraction or importance. The evolution from letters to symbols happened naturally, shaped by habit more than design. The most recognized currency symbol on Earth, the dollar sign, is also the most argued over. Popular explanations claim the dollar came from the superimposed letters U and S, forming an emblem for the United States. But historians point out that the symbol existed decades before the country did. The stronger theory traces the dollar back to the Spanish peso, which dominated world trade long before American currency. Others argue the dollar evolved from the symbol for the Spanish pillar dollar, which depicted the pillars of Hercules with a ribbon curling around them, an image that looks suspiciously like the modern dollar sign. Regardless of which version you prefer, the outcome is the same. The dollar sign wasn't designed by a government. It was born from messy handwriting and global trade. When a symbol represented something as important as money, the line signaled authority or official weight. You can see this today in the euro, the yen, the pound, and even the peso. The stroke is a visual anchor, a reminder that the symbol carries economic meaning. It helped distinguish monetary symbols from common letters and prevented confusion in handwritten documents. Over time, the lines became part of the identity of the symbols themselves, surviving into the digital age even though no one writes ledgers by hand anymore. The pound sign comes from a Latin word, libra. The libra was a Roman unit of weight, and the word's first letter, L, was used to mark the value of money based on weight in silver. Over time, scribes stylized the letter, curving its top and adding a stroke to indicate its special function. The symbol grew alongside the British monetary system, eventually becoming the emblem of the pound sterling. For centuries, British ledgers used both the letter L and the symbol pound interchangeably. The pound sign is a perfect example of how a simple letter became a full-fledged currency symbol through repeated use and stylistic evolution. Today's printed pound still carries the shape of that ancient L, a reminder of a time when money's value was literally weighed on scales. Unlike many older currency symbols, the yen sign did not evolve by accident. In the late 19th century, Japan was modernizing rapidly, blending Western industrial ideas with its own economic traditions. When the yen was introduced, officials wanted a symbol that signaled Japan's entry into global trade. They chose the letter Y, representing yen, and added two horizontal lines to give it a formal, authoritative appearance similar to European symbols. It was a conscious decision rooted in national identity and economic ambition. The yen sign shows that not all currency symbols came from scribes. Some were crafted intentionally as a statement of modernity. The euro is one of the few currency symbols designed through a committee-led process in the modern era. When the European Union sought to create a shared currency, it needed a symbol that represented unity while also looking trustworthy and traditional. Designers merged influences from the Greek letter epsilon, referencing Europe's heritage, with the shape of the letter E. They added two horizontal lines to suggest stability. Unlike older symbols created through centuries of evolution, the euro symbol was crafted to evoke the look and feel of historical marks, while still signaling a new era of continental cooperation. Its creation shows how currency symbols can be engineered deliberately to project meaning on a global stage. Currency symbols are small, simple marks, but they carry enormous cultural and economic weight. They represent trust, identity, stability, and the shared belief that a piece of paper or a number on a screen has value. They tell stories of empires, revolutions, scribes, merchants, designers, and governments. And they remind us that even the smallest marks can contain centuries of human history. Every time you glance at a price tag, a receipt, or a bank balance, you're seeing the product of thousands of years of evolution in how we define value. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.